Kakadosh Bokeror, we're just going to continue with halachot now of Siman Samech Vav, is Hilchot Kriyat Shema, but this Siman we're going to be speaking about all the halachot which pertain to making a hefsek in the middle of the berachot of Kriyat Shema and Kriyat Shema, which means what are we allowed to answer, what are we not allowed to answer. So Maran starts off with Sif Aleph and he speaks about there's going to be a differentiation between Ben HaPrakim and Be'emtza. What does that mean? There's a concept of Ben HaPrakim. Ben HaPrakim means between the paragraphs. So every time that you have got a paragraph, so every single time between the paragraphs. So for example, you start the berachot of Kriyat Shema, you finish Baruch Atah Hashem Yotzei HaMeorot. That's called Ben HaPrakim. You just are in between one paragraph to the second paragraph. You come and you finish Abuchem Mo Yisrael Be'ava. You finish one paragraph, you're going to start Shema. You're going to go into between the other paragraphs, whether it's within the Kriyat Shema or whether it's going to be afterwards, even though you still have to say the word V'yatziv V'nachon, right? Because you're not supposed to make a separation between the emet, right, of Hashem Elokechem emet and the continuation of V'yatziv V'nachon. But now, why is it important to know this? Because the Shulchan Aruch quotes the Gemara. The Gemara says that what happens is that what are you supposed to do ben haprakim in between paragraphs? Shoel bishlom adam nichbad u'mashiv shalom lechol adam. Meaning, since in between paragraphs is much lighter, it's much easier than in the middle of a paragraph. So therefore, to somebody that you're afraid of. Now nowadays we're not noheg these. The reason why is because now nobody's going to be makpid if you do not come and say hello. For example, let's say I need to answer Amen Yeshmer Abba, and Amen Yeshmer Abba you're supposed to answer even in the middle of the paragraph. But I'm almost in between one paragraph and another. So according to everybody, what you should do is try to get to in between paragraphs instead of answering in the middle, which means that even though in the middle I'm allowed to answer, but for sure you're allowed to do this. And the last halakha we'll just mention is that everything that's mentioned here in the Shulchan Aruch that you would answer, you would say hello to somebody or answer, is only if you actually nifkash itam, which means that you actually meet them on the path. But if it's going to be that you're going to go out of your way to somebody in the synagogue to say hello, that for sure is going to be 100% prohibited because you're not supposed to come and cause yourself to speak in the middle of the tefillah.